Well, at the end of the video, I think you guys will know a lot more about me. But to tell you more about how our shoot days function.
Hello everybody and welcome to a new video on PowerDrift, and this one is really different. Now I know you heard this before, this one's different, every auto creator is going to tell you this one's different and every auto channel is going to say the same, but trust me, this one really is very different from what we normally do, because unlike normal we have no script and we have no direction. What we do have is a Scorpio Classic and we have one Whipple. And talking about Whipple, there he is. So let's pick him up. Okay, so listen, before we start, I have to tell you this. Today, no serious presenter voice from Vipul. Okay, we chill today. Like, we've not done that. I mean, we have done that in the past a lot.
Yeah.
Because they've had some interesting questions for you.
Yeah, I can sense there's a lot of grilling that's going to happen.
Yes.
But before any of that starts, Cyrus, I do know of a very good location where I think this car can reach quite easily. This SUV rather.
SUV location, basically.
Yeah, SUV location, and we've got the right tool for the job. Also, I'm guessing we're going to talk about the car.
Of course, of course. So, you've obviously seen it, and you guys have seen it. This is the new Scorpio Classic. What it is basically is the older looking Scorpio, the older design of the Scorpio, the pre-Scorpio N Scorpio with the Scorpio N engine in it, but it's the lower horsey tune.
So the power figures, 132 horsepower, 300 Newton meters of torque.
Yep. And the 4x4 option's gone. The automatic option's gone. So it's only a manual. In fact, it's actually lighter than the previous one by like some 50 something kilos. The engine's lighter by some 55 kilos, so that's a good thing. Little less front heavy. And if you've driven a Scorpio in the past, if you've owned one, I've owned one in the past a while ago. And of course, I've driven every iteration of the Scorpio, including left-hand drive ones.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Where was that?
Long story, I'll tell you privately sometime.
Okay.
This feels very, very good in terms of NVH levels. Not as good as the N does, the Scorpio N, the Scorpion, however you want to call it. But this feels really, really good. It feels like a huge jump up in terms of NVH levels as well. So that's a good thing, isn't it?
That is true. Also, the way it drives, do you feel any difference there? The suspension?
Look, it's still very old school, it's still very mechanical in the way it feels, very Scorpio-like. But again, it's just a big improvement on what the last car was. Not as good as the Scorpio N, obviously, but it's still like great. But okay, enough of the car. Time to ask you questions, which is on my phone. You can pick it up and there you go. So
you got a list of questions?
Yep, 5 questions from our lovely readers, 5 of them.
5.
There were a few more other inappropriate questions as well. I'll show you those later.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'll also show you who asked them, so you can like laugh about it, because we know some of those people. Nonetheless,
first question list. Yep. Question number 1. Where are you from? From India, planet Earth.
Listen, don't be smart. Give the people an actual answer, because
answer.
people want to know. Come on. Yeah, okay, fine, it's an appropriate answer. But give them a more detailed answer.
From Uttarakhand, in the mountains.
Those mountains there?
No. Much bigger, much larger, slightly more scenic. But Pithoragarh is the hometown. However, interesting fact here, Cyrus, I was actually born in Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh.
So how many guns did the family have? Is that an appropriate joke to make in 2022?
None, but yeah, I guess.
Oh, dude! Wait. This is the perfect car for you in that case. It's a Scorpio. It's just probably the wrong color or something.
Yeah.
You want it to be white?
Black rather.
Black.
But yeah, you're right. This car is just so suited to a place like Ghaziabad. This and a few guns on the side. Then we can possibly loot a few trucks on those highways.
I don't think this should go into the video. Nonetheless, we are excused from.
You asked me to chill.
Yeah, we can do stupid stuff this video. It's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, don't fidget with it. I know it's a new Android screen. Okay, let me do a little bit of serious journalism. At least try to. Yes, big Android screen, massive, but I honestly am really frustrated with it, because I haven't found Apple CarPlay yet. I don't know if it has it or not. I'm guessing it doesn't, because I've been trying to connect it since yesterday. And in general, it has its flaws. I mean, a lot of flaws. The rear parking camera, for example, is absolute. Like it's look, listen, Mahindra, it's junk.
It's
right?
whitewashed.
It's you need to change it. It's really bad. Like, it's one of the worst I've ever seen. And in general, it's just too much happening. I don't know how people can upgrade from like their factory nice screens to these Android screens. I would never do this. But it is big, it's large, and a lot of people in this sort of market, I mean, they're okay with it. Okay. Enough talking about cars in a journalistical way. Or, I mean, sort of tried, but you know how we are. Question number 2 and question number 3 on that list are car related, and I put that in. I kept that in because obviously we do need people to know about your cars and your preferences. Question number 2 is, what do you drive yourself? And question number 3 is, what's your favorite car ever?
All-time car. Okay. Favorite all-time car could be interesting, but question number 2, personal car. Currently, I own a 2012. Well, before I spit out the name, it's quite similar to what we are driving at the moment. Ladder from chassis, rear-wheel drive.
Is it a Bolero?
Truck. No, it's a Tata. It's a 2012 Tata Safari Dicor.
Did you have a Honda Civic like?
I absolutely loved that car, but then what I realized is to explore more places, especially around Pune, you need a good SUV.
Favorite car ever?
All-time car.
I'm guessing you have like a name ready, right? Everybody does.
Yeah.
What is it?
You gonna take a guess?
Ferrari F40. That's my favorite car. Sorry.
Oh, that's a very
McLaren
good car.
F1?
No, it's not a McLaren, not a Ferrari, not a Lamborghini, not a Mercedes. It's not an Audi.
BMW M3.
No, I'm a JDM guy, so
GTR R34.
that is too accomplished. I quite like that, but
R33.
no. It's a Subaru,
WRX STI. Bug-eye STI.
not the Bug-eye. The first
egg
generation
eye?
version 7.
Oh, 22B.
Yeah, Type RA, but yeah, 22B. So
Now,
better.
obviously, this is getting super technical and nerdy, so we're going to put like a picture of what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, listen, I think we talked about cars a little too much. I have no idea where this is now. So, do we need the maps on?
No, I know the way.
You never know the way.
I do. This time I do.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you can trust me on
okay.
that. Continue straight for 30 kilometers. No, don't stop.
Okay, guys, you know what? This is a very different video and obviously very different format of us like grilling Vipul and stuff like that. But I thought we'd go a little step further and show you a bit of a behind the scenes bit, because you normally see the finished product on screen, but you don't really see the people behind the finished product. That there just doing his bit was Vikas. He's one of our rock star DOPs. So let me show you what he looks like. That's Vikas. You of course know the other Vipul, sadly.
Hello.
But now that we've shown you them, or him rather, let me show you what the finished product looks like with our bit of masala added to it.
Well, at the end of the video, I think you guys will know a lot more about me, but to tell you more about how our shoot days function, that's a very good example. So when Cyrus is not all that happy and excited around cars, that is exactly what he does. He finds himself a really comfortable spot under some shade, and he's busy on his phone consuming data, consuming content on Instagram and flowing those thumbs up right one after the other. Trust me, you give him a lifetime supply of that cola and he'll be the happiest kid on the planet. Let me see if I can go steal some of that. Cyrus, बहुत सवाल हो गया सुबह से. बहुत, I feel my privacy is being invaded. But since we are here and since you're taking a photo, this or the Scorpio N?
Obviously the Scorpio N. It's a more modern car. It's a better car to drive. It's a better interior.
Not the way how it drives, in terms of the looks.
Oh, in terms of the looks. Yes. Okay. Okay, let me phrase it like this, right? You know I like my cars older and like more retro and stuff like that.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of all of that. But I'm also a massive fan of like the latest, newest gadget, latest, newest tech, the latest, newest cars, because we all drive it all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm probably going to get a little bit of hatred for this, but I prefer the N to this.
No.
You prefer this?
Yeah, I prefer this. I also like this new color.
Okay. All right, but this is like an older car. It's been around for like almost 8, 9 years, 10 years.
Yeah, but it still looks nice. It looks like a proper SUV.
You know what it looks like? It looks like this.
Yeah. Tall and butch. muscular.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You know what I do love about this?
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I'm glad Mahindra retained that with the Scorpio Classic.
I wish it was there in the end because that's just a cool design touch, isn't it? But anyways, yeah, I mean,
it's taller than me. Did you know that? And not many cars, not many SUVs are taller than me. So
how did you know what the next question was?
did I? I just wanted to come here and pose for the camera.
Because somebody did ask me. In fact, 6 people or 8 people asked me, DM'd me and asked me, dude, how tall is Vipul?
Invasion of.
No. There is no privacy here. You have to slut yourself out on
184 centimeters.
Okay, listen, be a normal human being. Feet and inches, come on, man.
6 feet and 0 inches. 6 feet and 0 inches.
He's just saying this so that he has a better Tinder profile, okay? I don't think he's actually 6 feet tall. Anyways, swap seats, come on,
Okay.
in the driver's seat. Okay, Vipul, final question, and this is not me asking it, it's actually many people who asked it, and clearly you're making some sort of impression, great impression, because I don't think Rohan or I, maybe Varun has been, but Rohan and I don't think I've ever been asked this.
Oh, what is this?
The question is, are you single? Do you have a girlfriend? And somebody asked, do you have a girlfriend / boyfriend? Because it's 2022, stuff like that.
Sure.
So, you can choose not to answer this. I mean, nobody knows about my private life, so
Yeah, okay.
it's all up to you.
Yeah, I think we should keep it that way. Go with option 3. Let's not discuss
Really?
it here. Yeah.
Come on, everybody wants to know like a juicy answer. All the
No, juice. This is not coffee.
No
with
thirst
car.
traps?
No, this is PowerDrift. This
no
is
coffee with car. No. What is it called? The coffee quiz? No, the
Yeah.
rapid fire round.
Yeah.
Ah, damn. Okay. Listen, we've done your questions,
Yeah.
and I think at the end of the day, we are still an auto channel, so we do need to wrap this video up and talk about the car generally, because obviously we do have to talk about what the Scorpio Classic is all about. Now, this is my opinion. Correct me
Okay. Yeah, you go first.
if you think
Yeah.
I'm wrong, right?
Yeah.
I really don't know why this car exists, because this car in this current form, which is the top of the line S11, that's the variant,
this
is
is
more expensive than like a mid-level diesel manual Scorpio N, which in turn is slightly better equipped than this car is. It's also
drives
more
better.
powerful, it
Yeah.
drives better, it's
Yeah.
more modern looking, it's also better suspension, it's a better NVH level, it's better interior space, all of that, ergonomics. It's a better car.
It's an evolution.
So why would somebody buy this? Now, I know there is still a proper cult following for the Scorpio Classic, right?
Definitely, yes. People who want to take it off-road, but then again, this misses out on the 4-wheel drive, so
And on automatic. So, I mean, why does this exist?
why does it exist?
Now, again, in terms of a business plan, yes, it makes sense because it doesn't really cost Mahindra a lot of money to keep making these, right? Because the toolings exist, the line exists. I just don't see the point of it. Does it still drive like a Scorpio should? Is it still something that makes you feel sort of very emotionally attached to an old school SUV? Absolutely, yes. And it feels indestructible, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it does. From behind
But-
the wheel, just
For me, it just doesn't make sense. The base model does make sense because it's really cheap, right? You can get a lot of like
yeah, get a real SUV.
utility value.
Yeah.
This one, Mahindra, why again does it exist? I think that's an answer that we'll never know. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think
Any
that
secrets you want to
sums
spill?
up- No, not in this video.
Any couches you want to know? Okay.
Maybe with the next car.
The next car?
Yeah.
Maybe
But
we'll
next
do this.
time it will be you. Will be
Me answering, and then we'll do it with other. Tell us if you want to do this with the other hosts, like if you want to do it with Varun, if you want to put
Yes.
Rohan in the hot
Yes.
seat, yeah,
Yes.
with all of us in the
Yeah.
car.
Oh, yeah, that would
That'd be great. Okay, cool. So, anyways, we're signing out now. Tell us in the comment section all the questions that we've asked you, and if you have more questions for Vipul, maybe you can drop them in the comments as well.
All right, I'll try and answer them all.